Yeah. Is that, oh, they just came out?
Yeah, well, see, they still have, March 9th, you know, the open town meeting part, so that's why.
Yeah.
Or Saturday,
Yeah.
yes, whatever, anyway.
Let's, we'll get Tommy done so we can, I think there's only two, well, it's three current budget.
Yeah.
So we're already over big time.
Yes.
So it's pretty much as it was last year. That's like, you can't do squat, you can't do squat unless it's on potholes, you know. In a couple of weeks, we need to, April 11th, we're voting on, which is a Wednesday, we're voting with the budget committee. We have to put a referendum in front of the people.
Are these all the same, Paul?
Asking for money.
Are these all the same?
To pay off what we're spending. We can spend 15% more, so that part we know. But what that 15% is, that as far as the number, you know, because we have contingency, so the contingency can pay off some of. I think we're like 73,000 over right now. Yeah, so some of which are used only 50, and we need some of that for code enforcement. So not all of that is available.
Yeah.
So we need, we have to do the budgeting part, but what I need from you is a sense, obviously, another snowstorm screws everything.
Yeah.
But I need a sense of, and you can maybe look at what we did last year, a sense of what we need, what we may need to do. I don't wanna cut us short.
Yeah.
I don't wanna put a number that says that we need to raise, and we're not even gonna raise, we're just using the fund. But
We didn't, that's from last year.
I don't wanna say that we need to use $50,000 and then find out we use 55. You know what?
We're in better shape than we are last year because we had that kind of spring in February where we got a lot of the potholes taken care of. The frost is a lot of out already too, so it's not gonna rack the roads up as bad as last year we were. But
you know, and we have a truck, so you know, so the potholes is gonna be a lot cheaper than we don't have to hire the truck. It's just the labor side, and the material.
Yeah.
You know, but like last year, did we grade a road? We
really had
a grade one couple, so I mean, again, we may wanna put those in there to make sure.
Yeah.
Or you may run out and see what those look like now and see whether we're gonna have to, I mean, just. So I just, you know, here in the next couple of weeks, just trying to get an idea of what we're gonna need, so we can try to figure out what we need to get us through the rest of the year at absolute minimum.
Yep.
So that's that. Your salary, for the upcoming budget. I don't think there's any way 45 is gonna fly through the budget committee. They're gonna be against it. I mean, it's we can leave it there and let them vote against it, but they're voting against the whole budget.
Yeah.
So if it's there.
just put it back to where it was, like you said, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, obviously back to where it was will pass. I think there's some willingness to go higher. What that number is, I don't know.
No, cause they really haven't said anything. When you were here, they didn't say anything,
They
right?
didn't say anything about it, it's
No.
my life.
So, yeah, but still.
The thing is, my salary, it is what it is, you know, it doesn't affect the work next year, so I mean, if they cut it back to, I mean, I don't think it's enough, but it is what it is, you know, if they cut it back to 32,000, I'm fine with that, it's not gonna affect us, at least we got some more money for plowing, because that's the major thing, I mean, over 3/4 of our budget goes to plowing, it's absolutely insane that they don't, you know, whatever, it is what it is.
No, I hear you, so I just,
So last year you were at 32.
32 hours a week.
Okay, so this says 35. Is this what? Well, this is the worksheet that you must have, like I have, right?
Oh, is that the?
Well, it says 2009 initial 8, but see here it's not broken up, so it was 32. Because it was
2009. Well, it was higher
broken up
before
because
too.
it was 32 plus. Probably that's the labor.
Yes, but see, it wasn't. It's just said the 60, so it's not in here. So that's why I'm like, but this says 35. Just from what I've gotten from them, I think they're willing to go up, I just don't know how much.
Yeah, it is, like I said, it is what it is. At least it doesn't affect.
Well, no,
We're not
but,
gonna go over plowing. Give us a.
okay, so.
I'm not extremely worried about.
Yeah, the current budget was 60, but that part wasn't broken out, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because I look over here and it just says,
Right, but that was,
I think the 32 was voted on.
yes, it
Right.
was.
Yeah.
We're not
But it was
doing that,
32
yeah,
plus
we're not doing that.
another 28 or whatever it was. For
Okay,
labor,
so
other labor,
but it just said, so I think from the gist of the conversation I got, I think they're willing to go up, I just don't know where.
Right, and so this year, we're at 45 and 35. 45.
Oh, yeah,
That was
okay,
the
yeah,
request,
yeah,
was
all right,
45.
yeah, yeah.
Because of the.
Does that make sense to what you're seeing there?
Yes,
Okay.
it is, it's, yes, I was confused. So, but yeah, we just don't know where
I mean,
it's gonna go.
I understand both sides, I struggle with how the whole thing is set up. I struggle with a full-time person working for the town not getting benefits.
Yeah.
I
I agree. It should be, if it's that way, it should be hourly, you know?
well, I don't even mind a salary just because, but it ought to be a livable salary. And so I just,
Mhm.
And some towns do it that they get a small stipend, but then they use their vehicles and they can I'm not sure that's the right way because I think there's a huge conflict there.
Yeah.
So if you're not gonna be able to do it that way, then I think you do it a salary and a decent salary with benefits. And if you're gonna do that, then it probably ought to be a regular employee and then I think if the selectmen ought to hire, as long as they hire correctly and they hire qualified, rather than,
I agree. I mean, the
But-
way it is now, it's you can't. It's it's not a lot of money. But you can't. But it is a full-time job. I don't care what anybody says.
I hear you. No, I hear you.
But you really, on paper, you work 32 hours, is that what it is? Is that how it is?
Says.
Okay, that's what your salary is
yeah.
based on 32 hours, is
2
that?
weeks ago, I had 85 hours.
Absolutely, I totally get it, yes, I realize that, but that's what things are based on, yeah.
So I just, so I guess the bottom line is we're gonna try to push as much as we can, but I don't
Like
know.
I said,
I think 40 is probably the highest that we'll be able to get anything.
It is what it is. Anything's great, but like I said, it doesn't affect the work we're gonna do, which I'm fine with that.
Well, I mean, the thing is that part is that it's you're in a 3-year term, so did you sign up for?
No, I agree. I'm not.
It is what it is.
I'm not arguing.
But I'm also.
But they did cut it when they took away the benefits. They cut it down from 40 hours to 32 hours too.
Yeah, well, that's what yeah.
Yeah, well, that was all to be under. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it was you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I know the reason. I know the reason
Yeah.
behind that. And
I hear you.
But I'm also thinking though the next year. So I'm thinking if we can get a step closer to where we probably ought to be the next year, so that whoever's going to run for road commissioner, whether it be you, whether it be somebody else, it's a bigger number, so that maybe we can attract.
Somebody that.
Well, and I'm not saying anything against you.
I know.
because-
I understand.
But
you.
that way, it's a.
Who's gonna want this job if they can't live? You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, no, I agree with you, you gotta make a
It's a lot of
living.
work. I mean, I know you guys know because you guys are in the same position, but I mean, your phone rings off the hook. You're constantly going and looking at stuff, and
Absolutely.
then in the wintertime, you have no life at all.
Well, it's
That's
a
why I couldn't come.
24-hour
My
job.
wife wanted to go, and I'm like, I haven't been. Do I miss Christmas? I missed my birthday. I missed New Year's. She wasn't happy, so I had to do something.
No,
So,
absolutely, I get it.
So that's fine. Just So
Just so you know, we don't know where it's going, we're gonna,
I understand. I understand.
And then I guess the last one is they wanted a lot of them are in favor of the study, but they kind of wanted to know where remember that road study,
Yeah.
hiring somebody in? Again, we're gonna put it by a separate line item that the people vote on. They were curious about, they had several concerns. One, if it passes, will the road commissioner follow it? That was one thing. They also kind of wanted your thoughts. I actually told them, I said, I don't wanna speak for Tommy, but I guess the easiest way is he was indifferent, meaning he wasn't necessarily in favor of it, but he wasn't necessarily against it.
I'm not against it. I don't want somebody to come in and have us going backwards. Like grinding roads and turning them dirt is, in my opinion, not the answer. Because as long as somebody else, I don't know who's going to take the the phone calls because I know what's gonna happen.
Well, no, so they're not gonna, I don't think that they're going to say to grind a road up and turn it back to.
Yeah, I mean, cause that's just gonna cause.
So one, they're doing, it does one thing, it does, the biggest part of that study is there's a DOT software, database software that's almost free to towns. It may be free or maybe like $100, so like I said, it's like really minimal. They then drive around all the roads and judge the roads based on their condition, based on the type of cracks they have, you know, whether these long cracks or spider cracks, and they can see, they judge the roads and they can grade a road and they put all that information into the database. And so, and then they can prioritize, they can say, because one of the issues that they focus on is maintenance, which this town really has never done. We've never filled cracks. We've never done that kind of maintenance. And so, and in the long run, short run, you think you're wasting money. Yeah. But in the long run, it may make a road last a lot longer. Yeah. And so, I mean, that's what they do on the highways all the time. They're filling cracks.
No, I agree. There's other stuff you can do, but the other problem too is it's not just whoever you get in for road commission next year. It's also, you know, selectmen. You get a couple different.
No, and so partly that's.
We go right out the window that way too. I have no problem following it. I have no problem.
What I would like is if it passes, if they get, and I'd like you to maybe get out with them as much as you can, so that your knowledge of what went on with that road can add to what they're saying, because you may know what was done for XYZ road, and you know, this one doesn't have the support on the base under it like it should, blah blah blah. Yeah. So I mean, that's just, I think it makes the database that we then have a much better database of the roads. And a lot of times, I think what happens is it will prioritize the roads that need to be done, and we'll have a list of the priorities that. And there also may be some that we need to maintain, whether it be Parkville Center Road, whether it be West Lebanon, you know, I mean, those things that, like West Lebanon, we just did.
Yeah.
So we need to, when there's cracks and stuff, we need to actually fill those, otherwise, you know.
Well, there's some we need to overlay too that haven't been overlaid.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, if it gives us a good plan to go by, I'm all for it. You know, I just don't want to take $30,000 out of the current budget we have that.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that's a separate item, you know what I mean?
It's a separate item, so it's not coming out.
$30,000 out of it.
Because
it's only 16, but it's a
separate thing.
It's a separate line.
So people either want it or don't want it, and it's out there, so it won't affect anything else.
But the thing is that way, then you come into the budget and you say, you're looking at this database and you're saying where the priorities, and it prints a report out and says, these are the roads of the priorities, and then maybe it's 5 roads and we only can do 2.
Yeah.
But then you can get quotes on those 2 roads. And when we do the paving, maybe the paving CIP, we can add more money into it, and we know exactly what roads they are. Yeah. And that way people are more in favor of that, because they know, and they actually can see a plan. That, hey, this is the plan. We're gonna get these done first. We're working our way down.
Yeah, like I said, I'm okay. I'll work with them and
awesome.
Follow it.
If it passes, then we don't know how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I just, like I said, it's not only me, because you could get a couple of different selectmen in over the next 2 years, and then they could just throw it out the window, because that's some of the problem, you know, every time you get a different selectman.
But if the people vote for that, then I feel that
they should follow it.
Absolutely.
Because that's telling everybody, hey, the people want a plan. The people
I'm with
want
100%, but, you know, I'm not always.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
So, I hear you.
No.
Do you guys have anything else for him?
No. Are you good? We're good.
Good.
You got out of bed just for this. Can you imagine?
I had to feed my cows. My brother had to leave early, so
oh, okay.
I've been sitting at the office for an hour waiting.
Oh, okay.
Thank you guys. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
You
too.
Okay.
Do you guys want to talk about a number for salary that we want to be at? I would like to present to them for that.
We can start at 40.
Okay.
I mean,
what's he willing to go for?
He's willing to do whatever. I mean, he put in 45. They'll never go for 45. That's too much of a increase. I don't think. I'm not saying he's not worth it. I'm not saying that.
But I tend to agree.
You know, 40. I don't know if they'll go there.
I don't know either.
We can try. We can try for 40.
I'd like to maybe end around 40 to 38 to 40 is where I'd like to.
Yeah.
Like
what
to
do you
end
think?
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we?
It's a lousy system that we have.
Yeah. Because obviously he's not making money any other way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like before. I mean, he's really, you know.
Yep.
So this is, and to get anyone who is going to apply for this in the future, whether it be him or whatever, they basically got to give up their job. And you've got to offer them something. I mean, I know this is only for this year, but I'm just saying you're going to have to offer them something that somebody's going to want to do this. Because we're certainly not going to, I will not be in favor of them using their equipment to make,
We can't go that way again.
No, and I think that's, I mean, we have a conflict of interest policy. I think that's clearly would be a violation of that.
Anymore. So,
that was.
But it had been that way forever because that was, they didn't make any money.
Unless we go till they get like $1,000 stipend. I mean, if they get like nothing, then that's a different story.
Have a party. But I don't think that's the right way to go.
And I don't think that's the right way to go. Right.
So that's, So you want to go 30, I don't know,
Let's start at 40, see where we go.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to go below 38. I want to give him something more. I mean, he's busting his ass.
Busting his butt?
No, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is. Okay, so, I mean, we can stop there and...
We'll see. All right.
We'll see.
All right, so that's the only, I think that was the only issue that we had on highways, right?
I believe so.
I don't know, I guess the only thing, and we can talk about this after the budgets, but I think we ought to talk about whether we contract out for plowing, whether we put it out for bid, whether we do routes, I think we just need to kind of explore.
I think we can do that. I know nothing about that.
I don't know what's right or wrong. I don't know.
You know, you look at what other towns do, and it works for them, and it doesn't. I don't know.
While we're still on highway, what's skip number here? Just to make sure we're. That's expensive. So that's the budget. So he's saying the budget is 72765. Okay. Yep. He matches what I have here with the 45. So, which is correct. So that's fine.
Yeah.
So all our numbers agree there. Right. Do we want to go through budgets, or we want to go through that thing?
Well, you have one too.
Throw one in my box.
Yeah, this is what like Jenny and I had gone through and just checked to make sure what we had already. I mean, obviously the first 7 were all those referendums, which we can put some, we just didn't get rid of the numbers and stuff because we didn't know where we were going. So
gotcha.
5,000 for the NIAID. That's correct, right? We just want to make sure that's what we want.
Yes, I'm just going to go.
Okay. Then 11 was Lebanon Fire and Emergency Services Department. That's what we changed that to. And that's that number, if that's the correct number. And we thought it was.
I got 464,604.
Well, we could because we might have changed something. Let me see. Maybe we did. Or something wasn't added up correctly or something. Because we might have...
464,604 is what Skip is showing as well.
Okay, so I must have...
That was 51.
Because we might have changed something that...
Well, that's why I want to get that. So everybody's...
Is this yours? Gosh, there's your stuff, there's my stuff. Let's see, it's probably over here. Is that behind, fourth, yeah, that's what it is. And we didn't change anything, right? The 464, we must have changed something.
464,604.
All right.
So you don't have that in there?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
but see, I think we did this, I don't know, was this, that's last year's. We didn't change that because when we did it, that's what it was. We didn't know what it was. So, okay. So 464,604. Okay. All right. And then the CIP for fire, we hadn't broken that down, so.
So,
We were gonna do
Well, that one's 50.
this one we're
This
putting
one's
50, okay. And we're gonna change that for Lebanon Fire.
No, this is,
But we're gonna,
well, this is the old one, so we're gonna leave the old one the way it is. We're not
Okay.
changing anything.
okay,
So, and I don't even know why, it really was, I'm not sure it was ever Emergency Services Department. Because when it was first done, it was really done for the fire department side. But this is the one that's kinda going away.
okay, so that one's gonna stay 50, just the way it
It's
is, okay.
50, then what we're asking is to use the whole balance of that towards the ambulance. 'Cause that zeroes it out and then it goes away. And then it's replaced with specific ones.
Okay,
So that's that one. Do we want to?
so we
do
might
we
be,
wanna add
we
after
could,
that,
we
insert
could,
into that, do we wanna have all of these right here? Do we wanna have them split apart? Do we wanna have them?
I don't know,
I mean, I was actually thinking about the ambulance. Putting that up front.
well, we got like all those up there, we can, with our ordinances or whatever.
You know, and then we can do the CIPs after the department type of thing, but but that way I didn't wanna,
Okay,
if you have too many, because we're breaking all the CIPs up, all of a sudden we have like 5 or 7 referendums all.
so you wanna move, this.
I'm thinking about just moving the ambulance up front, right up, rather than burying it inside, just to put it right up front.
Yep, alright, so we'll move that one to the front, so.
And then this, we have 25 left, to go into CIPs.
Alright, and how are we gonna break that down?
So I think, we're not doing an ambulance one, so I think 20 into a fire truck.
Okay, fire truck, yeah.
And then the other 5, we need to find out from chief how he wants to.
I thought he said equipment, but I'm not sure.
Well, we might, the thing is that we may do like a Scott pack,
Yep,
because those have to be done. We may start, let's put 1,000 in there.
okay, yeah.
2,500 in one, 2,500, I'm just.
So
make
for the
them specific.
5,000, he needs to tell us how.
I'm gonna ask him, yeah.
Okay,
So I'll get that Monday or Tuesday.
okay, so the ambulance, I just wrote on the front up here, I'm gonna write ambulance.
So I just
somewhere.
that's what I did, I did 20.
Yep.
Yeah, so. And then the ambulance to the front. But the ambulance is a different number. So the
Yes.
ambulance is, I just did the number.
And I also think the overage on the highway should be in the front too.
Yeah, that's fine. I gave it to the, I can pull it up here. Ambulance revenue. Yeah, and so it's a, 244,016.
244,016. Now how we're gonna pay for that is how it's gonna be broken down, right?
016, right, and it's not even to do a contract, it's not enough, but,
Yeah.
but that's the actual number.
Okay,
Yeah, how I have it right now is the town of Lebanon authorizes the selectmen to purchase a 2018 Lifeline ambulance for $244,016, funds to come from the current balance of the fire equipment CIP, and actually, we may change that to the emergency services,
yeah,
how's that worded?
yeah,
Yeah, we need to see how that was worded before, because that's screwed. They should never have been wording it differently, I don't think it was ever worded that way. Yeah, see, voting rights is a sum of $50,000 to place in the capital reserve fund for equipment for the Lebanon Fire Department.
Okay, so was
That's
that
how-
the first year? Do we know?
No, that was 2015, but that was probably, that was 2015, and first appropriation was June of 13.
Oh,
But I'm sure they repeated it, they did it the same
Well,
way
why did
every
they
year.
change it
But I don't
here?
know why they, well, probably because the fire and EMS then combined.
yeah.
But they should have done fire and EMS, not
Mhm,
just emergency services. They shouldn't have been separated out.
But I bet we need to keep it the way it was voted on.
Well, this was originally, I mean, this is,
I know.
I think that's the year that I think that year is what they screwed up. So that was 15, let's take a look here at 16. Or is this, what was this? Yeah, so this was 16. Yeah, so that's when it changed. In 16, they did purchasing equipment for the emergency services department. That's when I shifted. Was in 16, which is obviously why last year they just said made it the same way.
Oh.
But I mean, the department is not. I know what they meant. They were probably figuring it's the same because that's the department's name. But the department's name is the fire and EMS, the fire and EMS. So I think the intent is the same. I think we should say fire and EMS. And I wouldn't even spell the EMS out. I would just do fire and EMS because that's what the shield is on the patch. That's everything is fire and EMS. So. And that way it kind of helps avoid the confusion.
All right, so then, dispatch, is that the right figure?
Dispatch, where are you, dispatch? Should be 58,304.
No, that's not what we have.
Yeah, you have last year's.
Okay. 58,
304.
304, okay.
Let me just double check with. No, it's got 58,474.
And why is that? We don't know. I got 58,304 here, but did you change something?
Well, this was I don't know. I mean, it was a 2.1167 increase. So I mean,
But you must have got that number, right?
So I don't know. 58,304. He's got 58,474. 304. So 100 and. I don't think he breaks it up.
Did you?
That's general government. All he's got is general government, right? He doesn't have anything else. Oh, and he's got fire and rescue. Transfer, highway. He just has the big ones. Codes and land use.
So. That's what I have, 58,304, but I don't know if that's right. That's what's on this budget printout.
Yeah.
Is that what you have?
That's what I have here. Let me just double check. I guess I have 10 million books here. Is that 10?
Because you went. Oh, thank you. Oh. I got jelly all over my papers.
So.
Drink your coffee, Chip, before it gets cold and it'd be hell.
5204. 5204. 3942. Yeah, originally we had a different number for the manager. We had 5194. and it got moved to 5204, which is only $10 more. Yeah, $10 different. But that's what we changed to based on the increase.
So is the
And
50,
everything else I have here was the same.
so is it the 58,304?
Yeah, because I have 39 and 42. I'm looking at the original 39, 42. I had 5194 before, and then we moved that to 5204 because of the final number, because I had to
Yeah.
revisit the number.
Yeah.
So
So your number's right?
So yeah, that's, unless the, yeah, so 58,304 is the final number.
Okay.
So, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna write on Skip's here just so he knows.
Well, he might watch, so he might know.
58,304, okay.
Change your number, Skip.
All right, so that's that.
Then highway.
So highway is it's currently 727,685.
Oh, it is, okay.
727,685. But that number is in question because of the salary.
Okay.
So, I mean, we can put that down, we can one line it, and when we're voting, we can change it.
Well, or I can have her leave that blank and we'll fill it in.
I'd put that number there just because that's what everybody's number is gonna be, and then if it needs to be reduced, I mean, I can reduce it right here and come up with the right number.
Okay.
That match what Skip has here, 727,685, yep.
Okay. Transfer station?
Transfer is 389,633.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
So, and no, he's got 392,133.
But we talked about that, remember, we put it back down. Remember we talked about it and you said you put it back because you thought,
Well, hold on a second. 25.
because you said you thought, remember it was up there and then you thought, yeah, 389, 630, that's what I got, because you put this back down to 294,
Yeah, but we never actually raised it. We talked about it, maybe it should
Okay.
go to 310, but we never actually raised it.
So what is he?
And he's 392. So he is, what is he's actually off by the exact amount.
What are you looking for?
Calculator?
It's under my paper towels and jelly everywhere, and you know.
I just wanna see what number how much he's on. 392,133. 392,133 minus, our number is 389,633 equals, he's off by $2,500, which 2,500 is probably building maintenance and property maintenance.
I don't know. So ours is lower, right?
Ours is lower, yeah.
Yes.
So unless there's the one that we didn't. Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. Yeah, so.
Okay. So 389,633 is the number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Then we have the paving CIP for 150, which that's what we're leaving that at.
That's
correct.
That's
Okay.
correct. That's correct.
Then the highway one we put at 50, correct?
Yes,
18.
that's correct. Yep.
Okay. Then the bridges
40,
is
yep.
40. Yep. Hey, we're rolling here. We got something. And then
CMP no
CMP.
spray is 24 because I don't really have a number. It was 22 or whatever before, and
Yeah.
I know it's going up, but I don't know how much. So I'm trying to.
Yeah, but they're not really. I know you've emailed them.
I keep emailing them. I never. Yeah, so it's just I can only do what I can do. So.
Okay, $12 per hour
Yep.
plus expensive. That's
Fine.
good. General government. Assessing agents. Is that the right?
No, it's 429,336.
429,336. Okay,
And that's what Skip has.
I'm good. That's good. Okay, yep,
And that number there was the old number anyways.
yep, okay. Animal control, I don't know if that's the right new number.
No, 21,230.
Okay,
went down.
21,230, yep. Okay,
And I managed to skip.
and codes. This is, I know that's not the right number.
Yeah.
So this is what combined department codes and land use, which includes code enforcement officer, planning board, appeals board, conservation commission, including expenses. Is that good? Isn't that?
So it's prepared for combined department budgets of. Why do we do including expenses? Is that what we're supposed to do?
I don't know. No, because the budget is the budget.
Right, so you're
Yeah.
doing that plus, I'm just trying to figure out why we.
That's true, because that is the number.
Right.
Because
I mean,
it's
it's all
expenses would be,
expenses.
yeah, would be
It's
in
all
that, yeah.
expenses, that's kind of
Yeah,
redundant,
okay.
I mean, it's.
Yeah. Okay, so you wanna just get that off and,
Just that way, because it doesn't really flow well with that.
no. Okay, so what's the number
So
though?
that number is 95,601, but let me just double check that.
Is that what Skip has, or no, cause we had to
Yeah,
change.
he's got it, that's what he's got.
Good job, Skip.
But I just wanna make sure. That's, I think we raised, because I don't have like the current printout. 95,601, good, and could we raised, could we raise training? Remember we had to,
Yeah.
we bumped training up to 2,000.
So does this-
No, that's, yeah. 'cause
Is
I
your
did that.
addition correct?
Yes, 95,601 is
Okay.
correct.
Then, capital reserve fund and clarify the purpose, did we add this, or is that already there? On 26,
Place in a no, yeah, this is the new language from the
Okay.
attorney.
oh, okay, yeah, okay, but it
Oh,
shouldn't
no,
say,
it shouldn't say in a capital, in the
okay,
building,
alright, so
this is the building,
shall vote to raise the sum of
$20,000 to place in the building capital reserve fund.
in the building capital reserve fund
And to clarify the purpose
of the reserve fund.
Of the reserve fund to include upgrades and modifications as well as large scale repairs.
But that's not to say 20,000 there, so say 10,000.
No, it is supposed to be.
But
Oh,
totally.
no, that part is supposed to be 10, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I just,
Yep.
okay, alright. Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, so it's still for bigger repairs, it's $10,000 type repairs,
Yep.
it's not small stuff,
Okay.
so.
27, legal fees.
And actually, didn't they say, okay, workarounds is there,
Yeah.
yep.
Legal fees, 38, that's what we're at, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just double check before I just say yes, hold on a second, let me just, general ACO, we're done on, legal is 38, correct?
Yep, okay. Then 50 for the contingency.
Yep.
Then, insurance, is this the correct number?
Insurance
189.
is, no, that went down.
Down to,
174.
Yeah.
174,276.
okay, that is right, okay.
And 174,276.
See, general assistance,
So
he had,
18, and then that's the one that,
it's
actually
contingent,
it wasn't 18-1, it was 18.
okay,
18-1 was last year.
okay, and then they,
But that one is maybe a question mark, because I think they were at 15.
yep, okay. So, that's all right. Okay. Then the agencies, and hopefully we got these all in here by my chicken scratch and stuff.
Okay, so York County Community Action is
4,005, yep, Caring
Caring
Unlimited,
is 1809.
yeah,
Southern Maine Agency on Aging is 2,000.
yeah,
York County Shelters is 1,500.
yeah,
Southern Maine, okay, you guys move that up there. Southern Maine.
Veteran Cemetery, that was 1,000, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then North Berwick Food Pantry is 400.
1 second, let me just. 1,500, do we have CSI for 1,500?
No, that's the one that we didn't do last year because they didn't request anything, I believe, or. So CSI is
I'm
up.
sorry, York County Shelter,
York County Shelter is
that's
15.
Yeah, that's.
Northborough Food Pantry is 400.
Northborough, yep.
Ryan House Project 250.
Yep.
MSAD Backpack Program 250.
Yep.
Kids Free to Grow 250.
Yep.
American Red Cross 250.
Yep.
And Life Flight 500. Was that all of them?
I'm showing American Legion 250.
Did we do that?
Yeah.
See, I don't know on my paper if I couldn't find where we.
Yep.
So that was something you added?
Yep.
Okay.
And we talked about where they don't use it as much, but because they support the Boy Scouts, they're
Okay.
sponsors of the Boy Scouts. I think that's why they.
Okay, so American Legion, and we need their number or something, right?
It's 250, and then but we also had Lebanon Food Pantry, but you dropped that for the reason because they said
They said no.
They were all set, which
Yeah.
is fine.
American
And they
Legion.
may want to make it just a church thing anyways, and that's which is fine.
Yeah,
So
that's fine. So the American Legion.
so that number is going to be different than what I have anyways. So
Yeah, they just said as far as the food pantry, just to advertise it, and that's what Jenny said.
Yep.
You know, make sure you put it out there.
so
That it's,
Lebanon is out. So that's fine. So we're down 3. So we're
American Legion Post 214, because I think we should write that.
Yep.
214. So now what is that number?
so the bottom line is 12,464.
Okay. Okay. American Legion Post. Okay, so that's all right. And then all these were blank.
So doesn't that 464? Yep, that matches.
Okay. Is that what Skip had, or he probably?
Well, he'll have a different number because
12. He's got 864, but.
and
it's
that's
four, yeah.
what we were because we would have had another 400.
Yeah. Okay. 37 is the library. Is that the right number? 18,635, or is
Yes.
that from last
Yes.
year? Okay. 38 was the rec department, and what we did. Oh, she's got to get rid of that comma there. Comma. Raise an appropriate sum of $48.50 for the Lebanon Rec Department, which includes $1,500 for the annual Lebanon Festival. Okay, it's 38. Oh, I'm sorry.
4850, right?
Yeah. 39 was blank. 40 was blank. 41. We combined this from Memorial Day. Shall the town vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $28,500 for the restoration maintenance of cemeteries throughout the town as mandated by Maine state law, blah, 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 which includes the sum of $1,000 for the Memorial Day ceremony and the decoration of veterans' graves as mandated by blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
25. Yeah.
Okay.
Because more or less what we do with elections, we include it in the general government because it's a sub-department of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good.
42 is, okay, to accept prepayments of taxes prior to tax commitment to charge interest on unpaid taxes at the rate of 8%, because it did go up to 8 from 7 to 8. And to set the date where taxes are committed for the fiscal year 2018-19. July 1st, 2008 through June 30th, 2019, payable as of October 16th and April 16th. And we did that because so it doesn't fall on a holiday or a weekend. That's why we just switched. And actually, I think it was October would have been okay for 15th, but we said why do different dates, because that was Patriots Day. Okay. So interest will be collected after October 16th and after April 16th. So that's what we did for that one. All right. 43, shall the town vote to raise an interest rate of 3% per state law as rate to be paid back to taxpayers who pay amounts in excess of amounts finally assessed, and authorize any such interest paid or abatements granted to charge against an overlay which is not to exceed 5%, which I think that's the law anyway, blah, blah, blah. All right, 44 is this article, funding at last year's. Oh, that doesn't have money anyway, but. And then the unassigned restricted fund balance. That's all we had.
Yep. Is that what it's called? Unassigned?
What?
I did undesignated. Is it actually called unassigned or undesignated?
Well, that's what it says, unassigned. Restricted, does that mean the same?
I think it means the same, I just don't know what the right word is.
Yeah.
Because Jordan said undesignated, but I don't know.
And then whatever we have in here, which you know.
So that's the budget stuff, right?
We didn't put the road survey.
Oh, so you have the road survey.
Which is how much?
And then you have 16,000.
I'm just gonna write it here just because, but how are we gonna write it? That's 16,000, you said?
Yeah.
And then I was gonna look in here if we had anything else.
It's like $100 short of 16,000, but that's because they say to allow for a certain amount for expenses, so it covers us.
Okay. And then the community forest.
Okay, on up.
Okay, and then I'm just grabbing things that we got in here that we needed to, the cable thing we did. Were we changing the code or not? The uniform code, we gotta write something for that?
We gotta change the building code numbers because it's really, it's unfair to what we charge.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's just us that does that, but this.
okay, so we can do that, that's not on the ballot?
No, in other words, that has to go to the ballot, but it's not on the budget, it's not for budget.
Okay,
So I wanna get the new CEO
yeah,
to work with me on those numbers to make
Yeah.
sure, you know what I'm saying, if we're gonna change it, we might as well get his input, I mean.
and the forest, I'm just writing things here, so we do, the forest. Community,
How am I even looking for it?
I don't know either, community forest, the contracts,
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So, the other one for the road study,
road study,
so,
road survey.
to authorize the town of Lebanon to hire Gorrill Palmer, which is Gorrill.
Am I supposed to be writing this
Oh, I'm
down?
sorry.
I was just writing 6.
Yeah, I can give it to her, but that's, cause what they're saying is it's a fee of 15,100, but then we recommend budgeting about 850 for reimbursable expenses. So those are other expenses that we have to reimburse them for, so the total, when you combine that, is like 15,950.
So we're gonna say
that I'm just saying
16, okay. No, if you just copy it out or whatever and have her,
So, that's fine. And then we have 8,000 for the comprehensive plan
comprehensive,
for the final section. So those are the only two budget
8,000.
items,
Okay,
right? So that's all I had for.
and then like, I wrote in here, I just wrote here,
Trees, bridges,
shoreline zoning ordinance, I just wrote it so we know we have to put it
Yep.
on the community
So let me-
forest. And then
now-
we're doing a contract to try to change our contracts, where are we adding?
Yes, yep, break that in there.
Change.
3-year to 6-year.
3-year to 6-year.
Okay, now I'm gonna go through here and all those other things that we need to. So food sovereignty ordinance.
Food. Okay,
Because the intent is, whether we have an agreement or not, we'll put in the bare
Yeah.
bones one to at least get it in there.
Yeah.
If we can change it and do that, we'll do that, but
Yeah.
I don't wanna wait. So that's that.
the bridge, we're good. What about the solid waste or whatever ordinance?
Yep.
Is that good now?
Yeah, but I mean, again, we've been focusing on, that's not really a budget committee thing, so you guys.
I'm just writing it so we don't
Right,
forget it,
yeah.
that's my point.
Yep.
Okay, that's all, I just wanna write it so we don't
Yep.
forget any.
Definitely.
And then you said are you changing something to the building?
So to amend the building code ordinance or that new book, whatever. You already wrote that
Amend.
one down? No.
building ordinance, code ordinance.
Yep.
Okay. I just don't want us to forget something,
I agree.
cause we'll blame Paul if we do.
He's the outgoing guy. We can
He's
blame
the
everything on him.
outgoing man, so.
Everything gets blamed on Paul.
Yeah, blame
It's
him.
all right.
That's okay. That's all I have in this folder, so I just,
No, that's why I'm looking through my pile to see what I have.
So amend the building code would be the fees, correct? Is that,
That's
okay, so
correct.
that, we
Yeah,
don't have to worry
that's
about that, alright, so. I think we've done pretty good, actually.
Yeah, so building, that's you have Shoreland something, right?
Yep. I even have how it's supposed to be written. He got that official.
Yeah, Paul. You got
Yeah.
the email that Paul sent us?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the road number on the road?
Road study?
No, the over budget for roads.
I don't have the number, but I got
Oh.
it. Highway overage, that's all I wrote.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just so we know.
I know we won't forget it, but I just.
Well, that's why I just wrote everything, cause so we don't forget anything. That's why I've been trying to have her put anything in this referendum folder, so we know this is what we have to look at to make sure that.
Yeah, in 2015 they said unassigned restricted fund balance as well.
They did, okay.
Then. Yeah, then in 14 they did the unexpended funds from the prior into the general fund is what they used as the word.
Okay.
So, then they said the unexpended funds will be used to decrease or eliminate tax anticipation borrowing amounts up to 30% may be used to reduce the amount of commitment. Although they said the amounts up to 30% of the expended funds, they didn't say unexpended funds. So, but yeah, that's where they used to give them permission to use some of those. I wouldn't do that this year just because we're using it for the ambulance and we're using it for the highway over.
Yep. On the ambulance thing, should we put, does this money include the stretcher?
Yeah, so the wording.
I don't know what the wording is, but all I'm saying is, shouldn't we put that it includes the,
So the wording on the ambulance, as I said, to purchase a 2018 Lifeline ambulance. Guess I didn't put that there. I thought I did.
well, you
But
have,
I should put I did on original one Lifeline ambulance, including power loader.
okay,
So that way they understand it's just the power loader. The stretcher
Okay.
using our existing one.
okay, I would, yeah, I knew it was, we would,
So yeah.
okay.
Yep. But yes. So that's, let's see, that's that one. And then this is 8,000 Southern Maine Planning. She has that one. Did she already have the wording for that one? The
For what?
comprehensive
No,
8,000 higher Southern Maine Planning and Development Commission. They will provide prior expertise in the state street goals and strategy work.
No.
I thought I gave her that.
maybe you did, but we
Oh,
might not have added it, so that's
Okay.
kinda, do you wanna make a copy and put that in here?
Yeah.
Just because we'll have to write it somewhere.
Yep.
You know, the things with money, we're gonna have to write it, so fix some of this stuff. And we gotta talk to the chief. Did you go to hometown this morning?
Of course.
Oh,
You know Gordon DeShane?
Yeah.
He's a pain in the ass.
you got the things on, you know. The things on. See? I need a sign for you.
Where's that?
Yeah. So we'll have to. Okay.
That's all I got.
So as far as, let me see, some of this stuff, where are we gonna put this? It doesn't. Ambulance, highway overage, road study, shoreline zoning, community forest, comprehensive plan. 6 years, okay. Amend, building.
I'd like to try to put things near each other, so like the road study right near the highway one.
Okay,
I think it just makes sense.
yeah.
Right, I
near
mean, just,
highway.
We're gonna put out a paper with the explanation. for the-
Yes.
yeah,
Jenny's got all the quotes on that. We just have to, cause for the newsletter that we wanna mail to everybody. And that's when we explain, if, more explanation needs to be, and I also think we should put in,
we should add about the revenues that those certain departments bring in.
yes, that bring in to help against the tax commitment and all that. So, yeah, so people are aware, yes. So we just gotta kinda get this done and she can start formatting it and the things we want her to put on there, yeah. Yep, she's got all the legwork part done, know what we gotta do and all that, so we just have to put this.
Yeah, I mean, the ordinances we can put up front, that are no money ones, that's not.
Yeah, well, in the ambulance, where do you want that?
I
Or do you want it,
put it right in the front.
okay, so then do you want
Put it
everything
with
else in the front?
fire.
Well, I didn't wanna, I wanted, because we're not raising and appropriating, we're not raising any money for the ambulance, we're doing it there, so I mean, I wanna put all the fire with the CIPs, all that together, but I'm just trying to, I don't wanna,
So you want this different
that, I
one?
wanted that separately, not combined with everything.
And the
with-
highway overage,
So I mean, I think those could be just easily number 1 and 2, just.
okay. Then the road study, which we can,
The road study I'd
you-
move towards
yeah.
next to highways.
and zoning, you would put up front.
Yep, yep.
Community forest up front.
Yep.
Comprehensive plan
Up front,
up front.
sure.
And then CIPs, which we gotta figure out, you're gonna figure that out with the chief.
Yep, and those would be over with fire, so the CIPs would over be
Be
right
with-
wherever the fire.
Okay, cause all these
Those
three,
get all included, yeah.
yeah, okay. Together, yeah, okay. And then
I mean, bridge doesn't have a department, so that can be anywhere, that could be near the roads, I mean,
building code, the code things and food sovereignty and solid waste, we'll put
that
as
can be up
much as,
front, yeah.
okay, we'll just have to. But like you said, those aren't money things.
You should put some real yes up front. Sure, yes. To get them in a row. No, that's,
Yeah,
Connie's theory is that.
oh,
You let people say
Well,
yes.
if you do it, I mean, again, the ambulance may not need to be number 1 then, if we want a bunch of yeses, maybe we'll do the other ordinances that are simple ones, and then we do the ambulance, but I mean, I
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say, put those as number 1 and 2, so I mean, they should be easy yeses, because we're not raising any money for those.
yeah.
But they may not be, I don't know.
So do you wanna kinda go through this and see where we're at?
As far as money wise,
No, like
Oh.
us.
yeah. I mean, I think
Is there anything here that you don't like?
Well, I'd
That-
raise the lawyer thing to 50 instead of, what is it, 38?
Yeah,
Bring it to 40,
Why?
I don't know.
We've kind of taken care of most of our legal stuff, haven't we? I mean, as far as things that we were trying to resolve.
yeah, I don't know, actually, I just printed expense report.
I don't know how you can find anything.
I mean, we're, that's unexpended. We've only spent, year to date, we've only spent 18.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
So and we got another 20 left, and so I mean,
yeah,
they hit 38, and we have 48. So that's why I think we really kind of reduced it. We just really don't.
yeah.
And when we have some stuff coming up, some land enforcement stuff, so I don't know how. I mean, those could last a while, so that could be spread out over 2 years. We also have the money over at Bernstein, so that will help.
Yeah.
So I think we can leave it there. You okay with leaving it there?
yeah, all
Okay.
right.
All right.
Anything else? Comprehensive plan money? We have to do that.
Yeah,
We need to have the comprehensive plan. We need to, I mean,
That's
we
the,
needed it 10 years ago.
20 years
I mean, that's the
ago.
linchpin for everything. That's the
It really
linchpin
is.
for even, and not even broad zoning. That's the linchpin for like some of Maple Estates problems.
Yeah.
That we need to have. That's a backbone for everything.
It is.
It doesn't really give us. We don't do anything with it, but it allows us to then.
Well, the growth
When's it
ordinance.
gonna be finished?
Well, that would be basically by the end of next year, or actually, where are we? By the end of this year, maybe. I mean, it's or it may be in the spring of next year. But
Yeah.
that money would be
That's
used
that's a long process, well,
We've hit a roadblock right now, and partly I think it's because you have meetings every night, and so it's just. So I think the comprehensive plan is just kind of hit a roadblock for scheduling. So I think we should be able to get back on track.
Yeah.
But
The road study, you okay with that?
and that's only
Yeah, I'm
good.
gonna vote against it.
But you're okay with it?
Yeah,
Why are you gonna vote against it if you're okay with it? I'm just curious.
You're just not in favor of doing a road study.
no,
Okay.
right.
Okay. The ambulance?
I'm voting against that. So it don't make no difference.
Well, but why? I mean, it just you don't think we need one? Well,
Not
no,
yet.
huh?
Not yet. Hey,
Okay.
a lot of,
Have you been in it?
in what?
The ambulance?
No.
You ought to go in it.
Well, the thing
The
is,
fumes are
the fumes are
horrendous.
bad. The fumes were, I couldn't believe it, to be honest.
All I can say is you better hope that if you have a problem, you better hope that the primary ambulance is here.
You know, my feeling is that right along, the equipment wasn't kept up.
Absolutely,
Okay.
I don't disagree with that, but there's
No.
nothing we can do now.
yeah.
I mean, the problem is if you don't keep it up, then it tears down quicker. But
That's
there's nothing we can
been
do now.
a problem with a lot of things in town. We just push it aside, and then you don't take care of it, and then it's a mess.
But we're trying. I think we have the right people in place now to make that happen. So
Yeah.
one might agree that if it was still that way, you're throwing money at, and it's going to be. But I think.
Yeah. And we're trying to do it the cheapest way so it won't cost the taxpayers, which I think is a good thing. We're not just asking, we're gonna take half of it out of,
Yeah, I
the general
understand
fund and
how
the-
you're financing it up, just,
okay, well, no, I just, so that's gonna help. I think that should help, that's all. Okay, let's see, road study did that,
Any others that you're against? That we can change your mind on?
no,
probably can't change.
I'm
this one.
against, no, I'm not against, on the highway, I'm not gonna vote against it, but to me, that's not enough money.
Well,
For plowing and sand and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
or the whole thing,
Or
we
the whole
need,
thing. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree. I mean,
We
I-
run out of money,
well, it's because of the bad winters we've had.
yes, I
and
know,
that-
but I mean,
Yeah. How much has he spent in winter to date? I'm just curious, because Cause we
Well,
put
he had, so,
220,
I mean,
but we put 220 for plowing, right? Isn't that what
that's
we
what we
did?
are for the coming year, but we were still at 175, we're at 175.
Yeah. I mean, and let's be
And
honest,
last
the
year,
winter you don't know. That's an open,
Right,
you don't know.
last year, plowing was 290,000
290?
last year.
Oh, is what we spend?
Is what we spent.
What have we spent
And
this year?
they only budgeted 175.
Okay, so what did we spend this year to date?
And this year to
If
date.
you, I don't know if you know that, but
Yeah, I know, but I don't wanna know.
for plowing.
Right now, year to date, 266.
And we got it at 220.
Yep.
But you don't know, I mean,
And
it's
sanding is at 150.
and so we got plenty of that, right? Sanding isn't the problem, is it?
Sanding, they have it as 135, which is what it was the previous year.
Okay. Plus, we really haven't,
So I mean, we're basically 91 on plowing and like 15,000, so we're like $105,000 over budget on winters right now. So 25 of that sucked up the rest of the budget, that anything that we had left and anything anywhere else in the rest of that budget, including wages. I mean, just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because we're basically $74,000 over budget right now. So, you know, those are the only two minuses. We're minus coal patching by $170. We're minus road salt. We're minus $32,000 in road salt. So we're over budget. We spent $100,000 and the budget was only 68.
which obviously because we had more snow
Yep.
and stuff, you had to do that. So as far as like the rest of it, once we have the truck, and this is like for coal patching and things that we can use our truck for, so we'll have a better idea, obviously probably not this year, because we just got the truck. As far as like for things that can be done to cut down on others. So after we've used the truck for a year, we'll have a better idea about how that has helped us.
Yes.
We really can't judge that now because we don't know. I mean,
No, I agree.
you know, I know there was talk about, well, we got the truck now, but you won't really know.
I mean, it helps on coal patching because we're not
Absolutely.
paying $60 an hour or whatever we're paying
Yeah.
for a one ton.
And the potholes have been horrendous this year. Everywhere you drive.
Yeah,
I mean, my gosh, you drive
not
everywhere.
just in
No.
Lebanon.
It's
yeah.
horrible.
Yep.
So,
Oh,
I mean,
shit. I wanna tell Tommy there's a hole up the transfer station that's 2 feet deep.
okay.
At the bottom of the,
Yeah,
But do you know what I mean? So we'll have a better judge how the truck has helped us with, probably more so in summer and other things
Right.
after a year because we just got the thing. So it's kind of hard to.
well,
yeah, this year isn't a full year. We
Yeah.
only got it in end of the fall, so.
every time we use the truck, we're saving $30 roughly.
Yeah, because we're paying someone. Is that what you
You're
think?
paying a driver, the wear and tear on the truck, so you're saving $30 in actual money.
Mm-hmm.
If they go out to patch, it would cost you that much, $58 for
Or
the
60
truck
or whatever it is.
$60
60.
$60 an hour just for the truck, yeah.
Yeah.
and 2 people.
But you're still paying labor on top of that, right? And, yeah.
But I mean, I think after a year we'll have a better handle on.
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, 220. I don't know if that's enough or not. I mean, in a normal winter, maybe it is.
Yeah, because sometimes you have. Yeah.
But you look at the numbers, and it's like, do we have? You know, and we don't. The contingency got cut down. I mean,
Because we weren't using it.
as long as nothing else in town we need it for, then that might be enough. But
Yeah.
again, this year we had to use it for codes.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't touched it, but we're
Yeah.
gonna. I mean, we don't have. We're only. I think we only have 6,000 left in codes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Because we have everything so tight, which I don't mind everything tight.
No,
but
I know.
It's just the problem is that it hurts
Yeah.
us if we have a bad winter and something else happens in town.
Yeah,
And we don't maintain things, and so, I mean, we could have a fire truck that has major issues that we have to spend a ton of money in.
Yeah. I agree. But I think,
And even in roads, we're over budget. I think we're over budget on maintenance for the backhoe because we had some things that got broken. And it's not a
Yeah.
cheap backhoe to
No.
fix.
absolutely, I agree. So, anything else
anything else? So I mean, we can talk to them when we, maybe if we pull 5,000 out of the salary, we put that extra 5 in plowing.
well,
So
that's
that
true.
way we leave the number the same, but we just,
Well, that's a thought.
I mean,
It's an ungiven, you don't
Yeah.
even know.
I mean, we
I
can
we could put it way up and then we only use you don't know with the weather.
Yeah, and I don't know, I mean, I also thought about, do we do some kind of a winter maintenance CIP?
Okay,
So do we do where we build up basically an overage? We don't have to continue building it, but once it gets to there, then that's like our winter maintenance contingency fund. And it rolls, where it being a CIP, it rolls year after year after year.
Well, if you had a base and then add 50,000, like you're saying,
We
we don't use it unless we need it.
well, it's only used for winter maintenance. We only
Yeah.
use it for
Right.
it's not used for anything else on roads. It's not
Yeah.
used for, it's only used
Plowing,
for,
sanding, and whatever.
it's only
Yeah.
used for a bad winter.
Yeah.
And then, but we don't have to raise it each year because it's in a like a capital reserve fund that then rolls.
a lot of towns, and I don't know that they do this, but a lot of towns have CIPs. They put a little bit every year in all kinds of different things.
Well, yeah, that's what we're starting to do. right?
So that these things come up and you're like, no, I know, everybody, I know that. So we're trying, we're getting there, yeah.
No, we got a truck and we've got a backhoe. It seems the way we're set up, we don't gain anything really. If Tommy worked 40 hours, or anybody, 40 hours,
Yep.
they could do so much in the summer that would save some money on the long run. They could do culverts,
Well, they do that, he does that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the way they're set up, Tommy can't work 40 hours in the summer, 80 hours in the winter,
What else? Anything else there that you don't like?
No, it's all right, I guess.
Hey, we're trying, I mean, we're trying, we're, sometimes you just gotta,
The only thing I'll ask you, Paul, is on the ambulance. Your vote in the booth is your vote. I don't care how you vote that way. If you look at the bigger picture for the town.
Civic lesson.
No, but it's the bigger picture for the town, and you may personally be against it because you think they ought to have it longer, they don't need it, but it's, I guess that's the thing.
Well, I'm not changing my mind on the ambulance.
All right, then I'll shut up. So.
no, I mean, I like I said, we've done, we're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of catch up stuff, obviously. We're trying to, we're trying. I mean,
All right, so I think we're good, right? We're good with,
all this, yeah.
I need to, before I forget, let me just, I'm just gonna send Chief an email just about the 5,000
Howard wants it separated, yeah.
before I forget.
This, I'm gonna put this here so she has that.
Oh, look at 36.
Page 36.
No, Article 36.
To see if the town will vote and raise and appropriate the sum of $48,000 for the contract service of York County for the law enforcement. Because they do it together, Acton and Shapley.
Yeah, it's 40 hours for two towns. 20 hours for this one.
Yeah, I know,
What's that for?
Sheriff.
Sheriff.
Is that the second one?
Well, Shapley and Acton do it together.
Do they have two of them though?
I believe they do, yeah. Yeah, I think they now have two, don't they? Don't they have two officers now?
No, just one. 20 hours apiece.
Oh.
It's hard to figure what it costs to run the town at the way they got it
They
set
got a lot
up.
of capital improvement stuff. A lot. Are we gonna talk about the letter?
Yeah.
Is that the other thing? Did you do a print off of it?
Yeah, I did a. Did you
Did you read
that
that?
in the email?
You like that?
I like it. You gonna put it out?
So Paul, that is an email I want to send to the superintendent, the chairman of the board of North Berwick, as well as their town manager, the chairman of the board of Berwick, as well as their town manager, the chairman of the school board, and then CCing, and then all three representatives, the state representatives for all three of them, and then I'm CCing our school board, the three on our school board.
I like it.
Well, I agree. I do.
I forgot the things.
It's okay. I mean,
I agree. because I wanna move forward, and I want us to have a good relationship, but I agree, I read the letter, and then I looked at the date, and I'm like, somebody knew about this letter. I don't know who knew, when they knew, what they knew, why they didn't say anything, but everyone was terrible to us and said awful things about the Lebanon Board of Selectmen. You know, horrible things were said.
Yep.
No, and you know, it's obvious more people knew about this, and why didn't anyone say, hey, maybe we should talk about this or whatever. So I agree, because there were awful things said, and yes, that's everyone's right to say what they want to say, I get it. But
no, I mean,
you
and
know,
the fact is, on that, I have a real hard time with Lebanon being the sole town that gets, I want to swear, but that gets the short stick.
yeah.
The only people that stuck up for the town are the three of us.
You know, where's our support? I mean,
We did have support out in the community
but
that weren't, you know, but I know, I
the
just,
people here didn't support us.
no, I get it, I just.
and the minute that there and Lebanon was going to get screwed, and of the other two towns' taxes were going to go down, and nobody thought they could call us.
Yeah.
We have the lowest valuation, and we're in the middle on pupils. Yet we should be paying $2 million more than every other frickin' town. I mean, no,
I mean, I agree. I would like to know. I would like some answers. I don't want to, you know. I want to move forward, and I think that's good. But we move forward and we talk about it.
I agree.
And even if we had, you know, a private meeting or somebody wants to, excuse me, but I would like to know why or who knew what, when, where, and why.
And I'm not saying everybody knew.
No, I'm not either, because I find that hard to believe. You know, maybe I'm being naive, but I find that hard to believe.
You know, I know that the school, because I'll give you a perfect example. I'll tell you, there's no way our attorneys would be corresponding with somebody else's attorney without telling us.
Oh, I agree.
So the school, SAD 60, knew about that.
Somebody did.
How
Whoever
much,
that was,
whether it
I
was
don't know.
just the superintendent or whether it was.
I don't know, but if
somebody knew.
Yeah, I agree that I would like to know, you know.
So
we're asking questions.
And I just, yeah.
And I would like answers, and I would like to move past this, and I think we have tried to, but you know, when you see that letter, it doesn't make you feel real warm and fuzzy, I guess. I don't know, but
So you guys okay from here to hit send?
Yes.
To my draft folder, hit send, okay.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, but I can't send it because one recipient isn't valid.
One of the, I think the garbage is $280,000.
Yeah.
And they got 2,700 people in town.
Wow. 287?
80,000.
For their trash. Where does that trash go?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't remember what article, I read it.
Yeah.
And there's only 2,700 people in town.
It's interesting to read other people's reports too.
Yeah, especially that one. 72 articles.
Yeah. But they break down a lot of things.
Yeah.
They break down a lot of things. You know, all their CIPs are very much broken down. They break down a lot of things. So. Yep. Okay. Anything else? No?
I don't think so. What do we got coming up this week?
Budget committee. We're gonna vote. And we weren't gonna meet on Thursday.
Right, so we got, vote on Wednesday.
Yep.
What else is happening Wednesday? I'm not talking Wednesday.
That's not this Wednesday, is it?
No.
No.
The
That,
11th.
yeah, whatever, so,
April 5th, which is the following week, that's the Mighty Joe hearing.
is that on a,
It's on a Thursday. So I don't know if you guys wanna, April 4th is not budget committee.
okay,
Do you wanna maybe move,
our meeting to then?
because the Mighty Joe's at 6,
Yeah,
and I don't know what else, we may have, I just, it might be easier just to do it now, just to move it to Wednesday.
and I can come earlier on a Wednesday.
Well, I mean, we can leave at the same time, just to make it
Yeah, well, I just wanna tell you.
for our audience to come here.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that way, cause otherwise 6 o'clock and I can get over there, it means I'm gonna have to leave here by
Yeah,
5:30
no. Okay.
to make the presentation.
So are you gonna come in to see Jenny, do you have access to this, to fix this, like,
Access
to the ballot? The ballot, like, you know, if we have to fix some stuff that night to print it
what
off
night, Wednesday?
Wednesday,
I can have,
Yeah.
I can have.
or,
an email.
you know, so, cause we gotta, the money things we have to
Yeah.
get.
But even
correct.
if we have a copy of these one line in.
Mhm.
You know, that's what we vote on, and then we just give it to her and she can update it, so that's not a,
Okay,
you know.
so I'll try to get her to,
Cause it's not like we need a certified copy for everybody to sign off on.
well, yes, technically, not, what we do is the secretary will put how everyone votes and kinda sign off on it and give it to her so she can put it in there, so, yeah. We usually do that like selectmen, yes, no, budget, yes, no, so Jenny has something to go by.
Right.
So they certify, yes, this is how we vote.
Right, but I'm just saying, if we have one of those and we have to make a change,
That-
we can do that in hand.
We can, yes, but the things we know, we could probably have her put in and whatever, so, okay, so I'll,
Do you wanna move that meeting though to 5 o'clock
Sure.
on Wednesday?
sure. The
Just
4th,
That way the Mighty Joe, and if you guys wanna come to
Mhm.
listen to the chairman speak some more. I just, yeah, it's just.
Have you gotten any outreach from people?
We got one letter from a resident, I think they're even, you know, they're not a resident, I mean, a property owner. I got some input from the Conservation Commission.
Mhm.
So then
good.
I got 3 ponds. And actually Conservation Commission gave me a couple extra things, and 3
Yeah.
ponds has their stuff. So I'm kinda marrying all those together to,
Now, I would assume the 3 ponds would go anyway.
they're gonna have their own presentation.
Yeah, I would think
Yeah.
they would, yeah.
But I'm gonna use all